Today, we're starting from Nagoya to Kyoto, and we're using the bullet train, or they call the shinkansen, which travels to 350 kilometers per hour. So now we have a reserved seat or unreserved seat. We decided to do both. So now we're taking the taxi. As you can see, taxi is using a GPS to make sure they know the direction, and they flag off at 460 yen. That's how they start. So whether it's near or far, and Berna is also using her own GPS to make sure that everything's correct. But here it looks like uh, everything seems to be okay with the GPS, and payment was done by Berna, and here we are at the we call it Nishiki. Is that correct? Nishiki Market. Yeah. Very hard to pronounce, but I'm sure it's called Nishiki Market, which took us about less than 10 minutes to get here. We could have walked, but it was very, very cold, so better take a cab. So now, ito, Castañas. There's free tasting here. You can also taste anything you want, and if you like the taste, you can you can actually buy it, except for the restaurant. Normally, the vendors, because some people are just looking, so they say, "Oh, you want a taste? Okay, we give you a free taste." So there's so much choices of seafoods here, and you get confused which one to buy. And there's a lot of barbecue also, like here. These are being barbecued. Oh, scallops. Look at that, huh? Shrimps. And there's a lot of also oysters here. Maybe later we will see some people selling oyster. Oh, that's the uni. And also that's the well, the video's too fast. It's very hard to talk. So there's a lot of food anyway that you can look around and choose. A while ago I saw the eel, which is my favorite, but the eel here in the marketplace was quite expensive. But a few seconds from now, or a few minutes, we will find a cheaper eel excuse me, which they're selling. And what is this? So that looks like a hot dog, a Japanese hot dog maybe. So it's a combination of shopping and lots of eating here in this Nishiki market. There's a lot of crowd also, and if you take the subway, it's not too far, maybe less than 5 minutes. So there's a lot of souvenirs also being sold there, and this is basically a market together with a mall. And here, this is a shrine that we're going inside. It's a very beautiful shrine, and Berna decided to have a picture here there. So I told her to take out the mask, and she takes it out. So it's a worship place for Japanese. So there's a lot of shrines in Japan. That's I think the people here are basically Buddhists. So I think, yeah, I don't know if I'm mistaken. So back to the food. There's a lot of food that you can see here. It's very confusing which one to take, actually, because of so much food. So maybe you just have to take a look at the prices. So the prices that fit your budget should be the one that you will take. So we're still walking and walking, trying to find a cheaper food because the sashimi that we saw when we were walking were pretty expensive for an outdoor market. So we were saying, quite expensive here. Huh? Unlike the other market we've been to, they were really cheap, But here we noticed prices were a little bit on the high side. So sometimes it depends on what province you go. So if you go to the familiar provinces like Nagoya or Kyoto, they're still more expensive. So you have to go to the places which are not so known. So we're getting hungry right now after seeing all of this food, and we have to decide to eat at least, so we don't actually waste our time. So this is the place I wanted to eat some eel. As you can see, the food here are basically on a stick. So I chose the eel instead of those crab meat, because the eel is really my favorite. If I remember right, only cost me about Berna's paying only about 600 yen for 2 pieces of eel, which was actually very filling. So there, I'm ready to eat the eel, and Berna has to eat also because she does not eat the eel. So she had to look around and found those crab meat, which really tasted very, very good. But then she wanted to take sake, so I'm sure she will have another picture here. Yeah, the sake only cost us about 100 yen per glass. So not so expensive. 100 yen should be about 40 pesos, less than $1 for one glass. And that's the crab meat that was barbecued. So here we are, back to the train, and we're going back to Kyoto. So no, we're not going back to Kyoto. We're going back to Nagoya. And before we get to the hotel, we decided to have a dinner at Ichiran, the favorite of my son. Yes, it's a ramen place where you have to eat on a cubicle, and that's how they serve the ramen. And you have free drinks. So that's about it. So after the dinner, we decided to come home. All right. So thank you for watching the vlog, and hope to see you again soon on this channel. All right. Thank you so much for watching.